Hey guys, how's it going? It's Breakout Bag Lunch. Good afternoon. Today is February 5th, 2026, and we are looking at a profit of $168.11. It's been kind of a crazy trading session, to be honest. And, well, I took more trades than I would have liked, but at least we ended up in a green. I'm going to talk about the trades that I took, the reasoning behind them, and what I think I should do next in terms of moving forward, improving. I'll just start by saying that I kind of deviated from my usual trades, which are orb trades, opening range breakout. I did use the opening range as a confluence, but I didn't take longs above or shorts below it. And that is exemplified in these two trades that I took. Well, I should also start by saying that I had a short bias going into the trading session, actually, because we've been making basically lower highs and lower lows if you look at the 1 hour time frame over the past week or so. So high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we had a high to put in, and we made another new low this trading session. This short bias led me to only look for short trades. So the idea behind the first two trades at the beginning of the session was that what we had was a move up to this area of resistance or supply zone, and in the supply zone, basically what we had was a bearish retest of VWAP. Now, this first time I tried to get into shorts, I did get stopped out. I think I probably should have just waited for the VWAP retest. That would have been a better trade. I got in a short at 6862.75. So that was a little high, but the trade didn't work in any case. But this was a better time to short here at the 6863.75 level. And yeah, at this point, when I shorted the second time, we actually had a bearish retest of VWAP. And the other thing that made me want to get into this trade was kind of like an inverse orb. This is something I mentioned in another video that I made, and that is you can take trades in a direction of the orb breakout or against, just based on the nature of the market. And in this case, we had a bullish breakout and a bearish trend, a bearish 1 hour time frame trend, and then this breakout didn't even have a retest or any sort of retracement. So with all those facts combined, that gave me enough confluence to actually short the market, and so that ended up being a really nice trade. And what you'll notice here is that I took 2 contracts instead of 3. I feel like that's not good decision making on my end, but my thought process was that we were seeing more volatility in the market, and so I just wanted to reduce my sizing. Now, of course, it's really important to manage risk. I'm not saying that reducing contract size is always a bad idea, but yeah, it's still just better to be consistent. We are seeing some more volatility now, but I think I'm going to wait until, or I should say, I'm going to wait to see if we get extra volatility, more volatility, and if we do, then I'll reduce contract size. But I think for now, I'm just going to stick with 3 contracts, which I did with the next 2 trades. And these were trades that I took in the afternoon. I usually don't trade in the afternoon, but I saw the setup that I typically take. We had a bearish break of the 5-minute opening range, retracement up to VWAP, a move lower after that move up from VWAP, and then you can't see it here, but I can just draw it actually. Basically, we had a retracement from this bearish break, 50% retracement. So I decided to go short again, but I got stopped out. And then once you go up, got retested around here, I decided to try to go short again. And this time, this trade was based on more confluences. We didn't have the same confluences for the third trade here. Not that there weren't a good amount, but at this point, we also had another rejection of this area of supply. And so because of that, and because of the fact that we're also making lower lows at the time, I got in short, and my profit target was right around here in this area of demand. And let me tell you, I typically don't hold trades for this long, but I'm glad I did. This was some nice monster profit. It brought me in the green today. Well, I was green after the second trade. The third trade made me red, and then this trade made me green again. So, those were the trades for today. I'm still playing around with the inverse orb a little bit, but I do feel as though that's a good strategy or a good confluence to use for trading, just depending on market conditions. Right now we're in a downtrend sideways market. At least that's the medium term trend. So yeah, the inverse orb definitely has its place. And I'm going to try to just stick to 2 trades a day. I really do think that's the best thing to do. Now, I did end up with more profits today compared to when I had just taken 2 trades, but well, I'm not sure if the trade-off is really worth it, because in order to make this extra profit, I'd have to look at the charts for much longer. Granted, there are really good setups in the afternoon, but I do think limiting trades is best to just kind of reduce burnout, reduce the amount of time you have to look at the screen, and also avoid over trading. So that's pretty much everything I have on my mind right now. But in terms of the Apex account, I'm kind of neglecting it right now. I think for the eval, I'm just going to do 1 trade a day, just 1. For the reason why I haven't been using it is just because I was focused on this Topstep account. But we do need to get the Apex eval passed as well. I think I'll start that tomorrow. That will be good. At this point, I don't think there's anything else I have to add at the moment. If you have any suggestions, hit me up. But if not, have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow.